Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, good morning. Thank you for the invitation. Pleasure to be here. Before talking about EcoAlf, I would like to talk a little bit about what's going on, especially in the fashion industry. There's something we have very clear at EcoAlf, is that the planet is shaking, and we need to act, and we need to act quick. No? We work in a beautiful industry, which is the fashion industry, but unfortunately, one of the most polluted industries in the world. No? For many years, we've thought that fashion cannot just be about looking good anymore. It also has to do about doing what is right and feeling good about it. Because we believe that, anybody can make a t-shirt, anybody can make a pant, the same way anybody can make a building. The thing is, how is that building in terms of energy efficiency, or what is the footprint that t-shirt leaves in the world? So more and more, it's how you do things, not what you do anymore. And unfortunately, the business model in the fashion industry hasn't been working for many, many decades, no? It's all about buying, throwing, a new trend every Thursday, discount, promotion, Black Friday. That's creating a huge amount of waste. Billions of garments going to landfill every week, which unfortunately, they have no solution, no? And look, I remember a few months ago, it was like this Ecotextiles news, talking about the biggest cotton company in the world burning 4,500 acres of forest in Ethiopia to plant cotton. Okay, so we're crazy because we're burning the forest to plant cotton, to make t-shirts of €5, which are gonna finish in landfill in less than 2 years. And each of those t-shirts uses 2,500 liters of water. There's definitely not gonna be enough forest, not enough landfills, and definitely not enough water to keep on making garments the way we're doing. So right now, we always say, this sounds a bit dramatic, but we truly believe, no, that this is the moment to act. And right now, we strongly believe if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I think, we all lived it during the pandemic, no? We saw how, in very little months, no? We saw dolphins in the ports, we saw animals going down to the villages, we saw blue skies, no? So that showed us, no, that at the end, it's possible. It's possible to create a balance between our current and future needs and the planet's health. So I think right now we have a tremendous responsibility and also a huge opportunity to redefine business models. And fashion is one of them who urgently needs to be redefined. Well, EcoAlf was born in 2009. I wanted to create a truly sustainable fashion company. And I believe the most sustainable thing to do was not to keep on using natural resources. That's why the vision was to stop using natural resources, the mission to create this new generation of recycled products, where if I don't tell you it's recycled, you would never know. Basically, we're very focused on recycling. We recycle a lot of different materials, plastic bottles, fishing nets, used tires, post-industrial cotton, wool, post-consumer coffee, etc. No? Basically, as we say, we need like around 50 plastic bottles per every yard of fabric we produce. That's why this down jacket uses around 70 plastic bottles. For fishing nets, we only use the nets of nylon 6, which is the best quality polyamide you can get in the world. For you to get an idea, from an old fishing net to one of those fabrics, it would be 7 chemical steps. From petrol to that same fabric, it would be 17 chemical steps. That's why there's so much safe in water, energy, and emissions. We use nylon for many of our collections. Used tires. This was the first project we did in Spain with a company who recycles who collects all the used tires. We contacted them because we wanted to do the outsoles for our sneakers. At the end, we decided to create this project, which has received a lot of innovation prizes. It looks like a simple product, but it wasn't so easy. It was 20 months of R&D with the Technological Center of the Shoemaking of the north of Spain, Cygnus, and EcoAlf. No? And basically received all the prizes because we managed to convert all those tires into very thin powder, and everything is made up with heat. There's no glue, no conglomerates in the process. Coffee. So we have this partner in Taiwan, Nescafé, who has been recycling the used coffee grounds for many years. They collect the leftovers of the coffee grounds from the cafeterias every morning. They dry them out, they convert them into powder, and they mix them with polymers of plastic bottles. What's the good thing about coffee? That it has a lot of natural properties. So you don't have to give them through chemicals. It's on-to-door, it's fast drying, it's UV protection. Most of our lining of our shoes right now is made from fabrics from coffee. All those fabrics are also made from that material. Cotton. Well, cotton, people are not aware, but it's not very sustainable. Why? Because it's very intensive in water. I don't know if you had the chance to see the film about the Aral Sea of Isabel Coixet, no? But when the Russians decided to give water to the cotton plantations in Kazakhstan, it dried out in less than 2 years. It's a desert. We started recycling cotton in 2014. It's tough because we get it from the leftovers of the factories and the cotton you throw away, and we get a very short, uneven, unstable thread, very difficult to work with. So easier for sweatshirts or pants, not so easy for thin T-shirts. And we were very happy in 2014, we launched the first yarn, which was 50% recycled cotton, 50% recycled polyester, which we then found out it was a big mistake, because right now, one of the biggest challenges of the company is the end of life cycle of the products. And if you want to recycle again those T-shirts, the fact of missing cotton and polyester is a disaster. So now, since 2017, the company doesn't mix anymore 2 different filaments in the garments. So at the end, it's more easy to recycle them again. And then we recycle wool and cashmere. That's since the 19th century. There's even a city in Italy called Prato, which is famous for recycling these types of materials. This is our claim, because there's no Planet B, which we launched in 2014. It's a registered claim in more than 70 countries. And all of our clients and friends, they always send us photographs with our bags, our T-shirts, our sweatshirts, everywhere they go. And upcycling the oceans. This is probably our most ambitious project. This started talking one day with a fisherman, which we used to collect the nets from, and he said, Javier, you should come out and fish with me and see how much waste gets caught in the nets every time we go out fishing. So I went out fishing with him, and it's true. Unfortunately, every time they fish, mixed with the fish, there's a lot of waste. So we started with 3 fishermen, which we convinced in the east coast of Spain, a little port called Villajoyosa and Alicante, to let us put a little container in their boats. And that waste that gets collected, instead of throwing it back to the ocean, they would put in the container and take it to the port where we would collect it. We take it to 6 categorization plants in Spain, where we separate all the materials, polypropylene, glass, aluminum, a Nike shoe, whatever. 68% of the waste we collect is put, again, back into the system. And then we convert it to PET, flake, yarn, and fabric in less than 300 kilometers. Because EcoAlf never moves the waste around. So if we recycle the used tires in Spain, we make the flip-flop in Spain. If we recycle the cotton in Portugal, we make the final T-shirt in Portugal. Okay, what started right now, in 2021, we are more than 4,000 fishermen involved, and we're about to get to 1,000 tons of waste taken from the bottom of the ocean. We also started working with the government of Thailand 3 years ago to help them replicate upcycling the oceans in Phuket, Samui, Koh Tao, and Rayyan. And now we're on a very ambitious project, which is to replicate upcycling the oceans in all the Mediterranean. The goal is to work with over 10,000 fishermen by 2025. Already signed 16 ports in Greece. In Italy, we're about to sign 4 in France. I'm just going to put a little video which shows what the fishermen think about this project.
Botas, zapatos.
Ha una valigia piena di indumenti.
Un contenedor de basura.
Neveras, hidroaviones.
Lavadoras, grifos de cerveza.
Ci sono qualsiasi cosa strana c'è anche a mare, purtroppo.
Los objetivos de Upcycling the Ocean son 3. El primero, aportar nuestro granito de arena en la limpieza del océano.
Que no cuesta nada coger y ponerlo en una bolsa, llegar en un puerto y depositarlo en un container. Es un simple gesto.
El segundo, concienciar y sensibilizar y demostrar que una solución es posible. Hay que empezar a atacar el problema desde el origen.
El mar lo estamos contaminando todos, que la contaminación empieza desde casa.
Sin la ayuda de la ciudadanía, por mucho que los pescadores luchemos, pienso que no va a servir de nada.
Y el tercero, fomentar la economía circular y transmitir que la basura tiene un valor.
Si solamente nos limitamos en traer la porquería a puerto, estamos cojos.
Lo que el pescador nos costaba de entender, al menos a mi modo de ver, era recoger algo que se quedara en el muelle.
Necesitamos el siguiente eslabón, que es que alguien coja lo que nosotros traemos y estemos seguros de que eso no va a volver de ninguna forma otra vez a la mar. ¿Cómo? Reciclaje.
A mí me gustaría agradecer a los pescadores, porque este proyecto lo hacen con el corazón, lo hacen porque creen que es lo correcto, lo hacen por su amor a los océanos. Creo que son un gran ejemplo para todos nosotros.
Η κατάσταση στη Μεσόγειο φυσικά και με ανησυχεί, γιατί είναι ένα επάγγελμα που έχουμε μεγαλώσει και έχουμε μεγαλώσει και τα παιδιά μας μάλλον. Και δεν θέλουμε να σταματήσει ποτέ.
Y se va mentalizando la gente y yo pienso que llegará un momento en que esto se consiga algo.
Que el día de mañana puedes decir, mira, yo he contribuido a limpiar este mar.
Entonces tenemos que ir trabajando ya.
Es un paso fácil a hacer.
Si la gente pone un poco de su parte, el mar no tendría por qué sufrir lo que está sufriendo.
Okay, and this is a short video which explains how we transform that waste from the ocean into yarn and fabric. Oh, pues ha pasado. I'm not sure it's working. Well, it was supposed to be a video which showed how we transform that waste into yarn and fabric. Well, we're proud to say we were the first B Corp fashion company in Spain in 2018, which I don't know if you know what B Corp is, but we believe is the most strong audit right now in the world. And I love the claim, which says it's not necessarily the biggest company in the world, but probably the best for the world. And we were the first company in Spain to be global recycle standard. So all our supply chain has total traceability, so from the waste to the final product. And just to finish out, this is a video which explains how it's been the journey of this 10 years of EcoAlf with our, I don't know, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.